I saw the perfect outfit at Mason DU yesterday, and it's traditional black. It was the signature attuned colour back in the day. But we're not back in the day. We're today. Hey everyone, my name is Sam, and welcome back to another episode playing Choices, the Elementalists. It's been far too long since I played this, and I really should have played it again sooner because you guys seem to actually really enjoy it, and I really enjoyed it, so yeah, without further ado, I don't think there's a lot to talk about. Last episode we were introduced to Sam Everfire, our main character, and he magically ended up at Pendergast School for Elemental Magics, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get into Book 1, Chapter 2, The Exam. Now that you're at Pendergast, it's time to put your powers to the test. You know, our mysterious magical powers that we discovered we had by fighting a shadow monster. The Elementalists. No, I'm gotta do that every time. Every time. Chapter 2, The Exam. The morning after your encounter with a creature in your dorm, you stumble out of your room and shuffle to the campus dining hall, which is already bustling with activity. Students line up at a buffet in the center, piled high with odd-looking foods. You notice that every time a student takes a dish, another one reappears out of thin air. Doesn't that imply that this secret society of witches and wizards and sorcerers actually just has the answer to world hunger? If they can just magic food out of thin air, then I'm probably thinking too far into this, but it's what I do. Whoa, I don't know if I'll ever get used to this place. You find Shreya at the back of the line behind a tall student with brilliant pink hair and tiny horns poking out from his temples. Greetings, Shreya! So, Sam, how are you feeling after discovering that this whole time I've actually been a magician? Wizard? Witch? Why would you be a witch when you're a guy? Attuned, actually. That's a new one. Okay, attuned. I'm basically feeling all the emotions at once. Weird and excited and confused and scared. I mean, what was that shadow thing that attacked me last night? Several students in line turn toward you, but Shreya glares at them, one eyebrow cocked, and they quickly turn back around. Yeah, probably not the best idea to go raving about how you were attacked by a shadow monster. Maybe don't tell the whole school about it. We don't know for sure what that thing was, or what any of this means. Yeah. Everfire's not the smartest, is he? He's not... Yeah. Keep quiet. Well, yeah, fine, we'll talk privately later. Okay, that sounds a bit... I guess we can table it for now. Honestly, I'm freaking out a little. This choice will affect how Shreya acts towards you in the future. And I totally get that, but for now, let's keep this between us while we figure it out. Besides, I don't actually know what that thing was. I tried doing some research and came up utterly short. The line moves forward and you find yourself barely able to keep up. Really? Is it moving that fast? Ugh, I'm exhausted. I basically passed out after the incident last night. Which means I got like 200 hours of sleep. So why does it feel like I just got run over by a truck? Honestly, in my experience, no matter how much sleep you get, you're always going to be tired. But that's just because my sleep schedule is non-existent and horrendous. And I'm so hungry, like eat an entire pizza by myself hungry. Well, I don't like pizza, so clearly that's one thing that Everfire and I don't have in common. You are so tuneless, it's adorable. Magic uses up a ton of energy, especially when you cast whatever crazy powerful spell that was last night. To be perfectly honest, I've never in my life seen a casting that looked like that. Oh, look at me, I'm special. Please help me. What are you saying? I'm saying that whatever spell you shot off last night was packing some insane energies, Mr. Woe is me, I have no magic. So you're starving because that blast sucked all of the food out of you, essentially. This is probably the only time you'll hear me say this, but you should Carboat loads. Dear God. She says the last word in a whisper, then immediately covers her mouth with her hands. Good to know. Thanks, Shreya. You reach the front of the line and Shreya gestures across the table piled high with crystalline fruits, egg tarts shaped like cats and toads, and even a whole roasted pig. Wow, we really are at Hogwarts. Behold, the miracle of a magic breakfast. Covers the entire food pyramid and everything in between. In front of you rests a giant bowl of a yellowish alphabet cereal, the letters shifting randomly in a pool of glittering green tinted liquid. Okay. What is this stuff? It looks like, just, you know, Cheerios in the slime that Mr. Beast spent 24 hours in. Prophecy O's. They're more like fortune cookie fortunes than actual prophecies, but they're still a lot of fun. Okay. Next to that is a tray of blue sunny side up eggs with what looks like an eye in each yolk. Oh, that's quite unsettling. Yorba eggs, my favourite. They scream when you eat them, but you get over it once you taste the rich, gooey deliciousness. Are you saying that I'm eating something sentient and that thing is actually feeling like the sentient pain of being eaten? That is really weird. Ugh. And on the other side, a tray piled high with bright red sausage links charred with a golden sear. Ooh. This is probably meat. Probably, although given everything I've seen thus far, it might not be. Dragon link. Sausages cooked over dragon flame. Be careful, they'll be very spicy. Wow, it all looks so interesting. What to have? Surviving on air alone. I'm not gonna do that. I've got the opportunity to eat some magical food. Don't really want to eat the Yorba eggs. The dragon links or the prophecy O's, probably. I'll try the dragon links. I kind of did want to try the prophecy O's, but you know, it's sausages cooked over dragon fire. You gotta try that. You grab a serving of sausages and find a seat at a less crowded table. You stab your fork into one and bring it to your mouth, ready to devour the whole thing. Probably not the best idea. Wait, seriously Sam, maybe you should start with a nibble. No way, I was born eating spicy food, I can take it. Okay, well, you know, they don't call me the father of dragons for nothing. It's on my Twitter bio, after all. You eat half the sausage in one bite, and immediately your mouth is ablaze. Steam begins to pour out of your nostrils, and you let out a pained roar. Ah! My mic can be a bit distorted in this room, because it's a bit bigger than everywhere else I've recorded in the past, so I don't know if you even got that scream, but regardless. That's why they're called dragon links. It's not so bad once you've burned off the top layer of your tongue. Oh. As the two of you finish off your breakfast, Zeph slides into the seat across from you. Sam, shall we meet again? You look like you're settling in well. Yeah, apart from getting attacked and burning my tongue off because I'm a cocky piece of shit. I'm trying my best. He turns to Shreya with an unabashed grin. You must be one of the infamous mystery sisters. I was expecting someone wearing expensive clothes covered head to toe in diamonds. I'm Zeph, short God, I can't speak today. Short for Zephyr. Nice to meet you, and sorry to disappoint. I left my diamond-encrusted onesie at home. You know, you joke, but I don't doubt that you probably do have one of those, Shreya. You glance around, making sure that there's no one else within earshot. Okay, there's no one else around, so about the attack. God, he really... You don't know when to shut up, do you, Everfire? Sam, do you really think we should be talking about this here? She jerks her head blatantly in Zeph's direction. He rolls his eyes. I can go if you want. No, I trust Zeph. You give Zeph a once-over trying to You give Zeph a once-over trying to gouge if you can trust him or not. No, it's gauge. Gauge, Sam. God damn it. English. Listen, I know we don't know each other that well, but I'm great at keeping secrets. Said everyone who is not great at keeping secrets. You might have some insight that could help us, Shreya. The more heads the better, right? Still, I'd feel more comfortable if we discussed it away from prying ears. Why don't we go back up to my room then? The exam's not supposed to start for like another hour anyway. You all head back to your room where you can talk more in private. You lead your friends into your room and pause at the threshold, still overwhelmed that this is your dorm. I'm gonna say, there's a bunch of stuff here that, like, this is amazing. Like, we've got floating, like, lights, looks like some sort of incense thing, and a bunch of posters that are actually from The Crown and the Flame, one of the other Choices books. Yeah, and an hourglass on the shelf. Good hourglass is always really cool to have. I don't know if I'll ever get over how cool this place is. I guess it's not too shabby, though the closet space is abysmal. Yeah, I imagine that it probably would be for someone of your standard, Shreya. She probably has a wardrobe, a closet that's probably about the size of this room. You could always use the desk for extra storage. What else would you use it for? He runs his hand across the one wooden desk on the other side of the room. Studying? Please, it's 2018. God, I wish. You're telling me you don't study in your bed? No one studies in their bed. Okay, maybe some people do, but I definitely don't. It's uncomfortable as shit. Plus, I need a laptop, which I don't have. Plus, when I'm in bed, I just want to fall asleep. It's not, no. You take a closer look at the desk, at the empty drawers and cubbies. Ah. Items of significance found on your journey will be kept on the desk in your dorm room. There are 10 significant items throughout the book. Collect them all to unlock a special scene at the end of the book. Ooh. Zeph flops onto your bed, propping himself up with his elbow. That's my bed, Zeph. Okay, enough idle chatter. What's going on that's oh so secret? Not much, I'm afraid. Shreya turns to you, her brow furrowing as she bites her lip. I spent half the night researching this creature that attacked you, but I couldn't find anything. Hold on, you were attacked? Are you okay? That must have been terrifying. I definitely saw. I'm not gonna pretend. I feel like there's some level of cockiness to Everfire. I'm not gonna lean into it. It definitely saw my life flash before my eyes. I've never been so scared. It was so weird looking too, like a small angry ball of smoke. It kind of sounds like a follower. They're basically harmless little wisps of smoke sent to terrorize people as a prank. Actually, She stops herself, biting her lip. Never mind, you're probably right. Shreya, I don't like that you stopped then. I trust your mind. I don't suppose you've made any enemies in the last, 24 hours or so, Sam. You think about the tall, pale student who you ran into yesterday, the one who looked at you with intense displeasure even though you'd done nothing to him. Yes, that Beckett guy. The guy that I made an enemy of despite the fact I am not even meant to be here. Just one. Well, there you have it. That's probably your prankster. But since that case is closed for now, on to a more important topic. Our first date. What? You can't just say that topic is closed. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, do I need an owl or a wand or something? I feel under-equipped. Yeah, I feel like Everfire's only knowledge of like how things work here is based on Harry Potter, and it's abysmal. There are other fantasy works of magic and such other than Harry Potter, you twit. I'm so embarrassed to be near you right now. Yeah, frankly, so am I. You don't need anything. Today you're going to take your attunement placement test, and you'll get to go to your first class. I personally can't wait to learn some transmutation spells. Sam, why don't you get dressed so we can head down? I am dressed? Nope. No, absolutely not. I've held my tongue for as long as I can, but I just can't let you make a fool of yourself any longer. Or is it really that bad? I kind of like the red shirt. Your outfit is fine, I suppose, for the Attuneless world. But you're at Pendercast now. You must allow me to style you. It's your first day, your societal debut if you want to get technical. Shreya, I'm It's my first day at a magical college. I'm not stepping into fucking Hollywood. I saw the perfect outfit at Mason DU yesterday, and it's traditional black. It was the signature attuned colour back in the day. But we're not back in the day. We're today. You'll definitely make quite the splash in this. Ooh. Pitch black. Take Pentacast by storm in this all-black ensemble. Now, as I stated in the last episode, I do have plenty of diamonds to buy shit if I need to. Again, I've played through this book more times than any other Choices book, so most of the stuff that I've wanted to buy, I have bought already. But you know what? Why the fuck not? Let's treat ourselves. I really don't tend to buy outfits, and I encourage you guys not to do the same, because most of the time, they're not worth it. But I've got diamonds to spare, and, you know, I figured you guys would maybe want to see it, so, you know. Yes, I'm glad you value the importance of a first impression, especially because I already bought the outfit. You can just pay me back later. Hold on, I don't have any money. She reaches into her clutch and stuffs an armful of clothes and accessories into your hands. She and Zeph turn their backs to you while you awkwardly change behind the closet door. Could you not just go out my room? A little privacy, please? Well? Oh, you looking dapper, Someone help me! You are certainly looking dripped up, Mr. Everfire. Black is definitely your colour. As I knew it would be, you're going to be the second most stylish freshman at Pentacast, after myself, of course. I don't know, I could be a contender for the number one. Suddenly you hear a voice in your ear as clear as day. Freshmen, attention please, we're ready to start the Attunement placement test. Come down to the foyer to be assigned your examiner. Do you guys hear that? Just a little school-wide announcement, no reason to fret. I love it how, you know, in this world, hearing voices in your ear is just perfectly normal. I definitely freak out at that. Yes, I'm so pumped for this. Come on, let's get going. Zeph heads out into the common room. The music's changed. You move to follow, but Shreya puts a hand on your shoulder. Look, Sam, I know you're worried about whatever that thing was that attacked you, so I'll tell you. I don't think it was a follower. I did a ton of research last night, like, seriously, more than I do for class, and that was one of my potential options. But in the end I had to rule it out. It just didn't fit what we saw last night. So that means... Cool cucumber. Keeping your cool encouraged Shreya to tell you what she knows. Nice. Whatever attacked you is something obscure, something that's not easy to find. Well, that fills me with a lot of, encouragement and confidence. Hey, you guys coming or what? Yeah, we're coming. Zeph calls to you from the other room. Shreya pats you on the shoulder. Don't worry, we'll figure it out, whatever it is. As you head down to the foyer, you see Dean Goofy, again, I really hope that's how you pronounce it. Goofy? Yeah, probably. Standing on the stairs, overseeing the students below with a cold stare. I'm gonna say, you never know what to do for those ellipses, whether you just stay silent or... It is supposed to be silent, but you know, a bunch of people make funny jokes about it. Does she ever smile? You'd think she hates her job or something. Her job is keeping a bunch of post-adolescent magic-using youth alive. I am one, and I still don't want that job. Yeah, you have a point, to be honest. You look for your name on the papers tacked to the wall, and see that your placement exam will take place in the greenhouse on the lawn. You got contos too. Nice, and mine's right before yours. Walk over together? Sure, I'd like that. I, however, have to trudge all the way across campus to the clock tower for mine. I'll catch up with you later, Sam, Zephyr. See you later, Shreya. Stay safe. Shreya walks off and you and Zeph head toward the door. On your way out, you pass Griffin standing with a classmate in the hall and wave hello. Good luck, freshman! Thanks, I guess. That means a lot. I have a feeling I'm really gonna need it. Trust me, if this was an exam that even I could pass, you're gonna be just fine. Sure? Yeah, let's go with that. Loving the outfit, by the way. You look like you're already fitting right in. Oh, nice. Gotta walk the walk, right? I'm gonna say Everfly's definitely got more drip than I do. I don't really care about what I look like as long as I'm comfortable. Well, I guess I have somewhat of a sense of style. It's just not what most people would call a sense of style. You grin at him and walk out of the front doors with your head held high. Try saying that 10 times faster. Hey, about earlier, sorry if it felt like I was prying. Don't worry about it, Trey was just being cautious, but I know I can trust you, and I think she knows now, too. Still, I wish I could have been more help. It seems like you're going through a lot. Yeah, yesterday I was at Hartfeld, and then I fell through a mirror into a lake. Yeah, no shit, I'm going through fucking a lot right now. You could say that, but I've got you and the famous Shreya Mystery in my corner, so I think I'll be alright. Shreya's something else, isn't she? Sharp as a knife, great sense of humor, and stellar fashion sense. She's my kind of person. Oh? Your kind of person, huh? Sounds like someone's got a crush. Zeph laughs, batting a hand. Nah, it's not like that. I'm aero ace, actually. As in, you're aromantic and asexual? You got it. Basically, I'm just not really into people romantically or sexually. Fair enough. Thanks for telling me. I hope you didn't feel pressured to share this. Not at all. I wanted to tell you. I'm done with being afraid of showing people who I really am. That's so high school, Jeff. Besides, I wanted you to know this little factoid about me, since it's obvious we're going to be the best of friends. Well, I'm honored. As you should be. I guess the best way to say it is, I'm just into people friendly. I would call it friendly, but that doesn't sound good either. As you cross the lawn, Jeff waves to a couple of people sitting on the edge of the lake. He high-fives another guy as he walks by. Okay, it's like day 2. How do you know so many people? Another one of my great magical talents. I'm a total people person. Everyone wants a piece of this action. It must be your otherworldly charm and man of mystery vibe. I like the sound of that. Oh, I just thought of a fun game. It's gonna take us a little while to cross campus. How about this? You can ask me any question you want and I'll answer with complete honesty. But only until we reach the greenhouse. You in? This is your chance to get to know Jeff better and learn more about the magical world. You know what? Sure, I'm surprised I haven't done this one before. And this is why you have lots of diamonds in reserve when you're doing a playthrough. I'd probably need even more if I was playing a book for the first time, like the zombie apocalypse one that I'm going to be playing through at some point. I'm excited for that one. Okay, let's do this. I'm an open book. Hit me with your best shot. Right. I hope you're ready because I've got a real zinger. What's your favorite magical activity, favorite spell, reason for coming to Pendergast? I want to know magical activity. It's like Quidditch or something. That's a tough one. Honestly, I know it's not exactly the coolest thing, but I really love watching the night fairies from Maeve's Gap on the solstice. Fairies? I'm gonna say I understand no words of that sentence apart from solstice. They're pretty reclusive, but every year at midnight of the winter solstice, they come out to pollinate the nightshade that grows in the gap. I like watching the purple glow from the mountaintop and trying to make shapes out of the massive swarm. I get it, like cloud watching. How did you find this Maeve's Gap place anyway? We went there on family vacation a couple of times. My grandma's pretty tight with her wallet, but she always saves up to take my sister and me on vacation every couple of years. She says it's important for young people to see what they can of the world while their knees still work. Zeph chuckles to himself. Anyone who appreciates the importance of a regular vacation schedule is a true hero. Your grandma sounds awesome. That's an understatement. She's incredible. She basically raised me and Xiomara when we were little. What about your parents? They weren't really around much back then. They're not around too much these days either. But that's okay, really. It's been like this for my whole life. My parents, they're just people who gave birth to me. Right then. Abula and Z, that's my family. What about your family? It's pretty small. My parents don't really have siblings on either side, at least none that I've met. I have an aunt Rhonda, but between you and me, I don't think she's actually related. Don't worry, having a big family isn't all it's having a big family isn't all it's cracked up to be sometimes. I don't know about that. Personally, there's arguments for either side, if I'm perfectly honest. Like, me personally, I like the fact that I'm an only child. I like the fact that I'm an only child for my childhood, because I feel like having a sibling would have made my childhood a lot more annoying. But as you grow older, you sometimes wish you had a sibling. But I kind of am glad that I'm an only child. It'd be kind of cool to have cousins my own age and stuff, but having a sibling seems like a lot to deal with. Sure, but it can be really awesome too. Yeah, I get that. My sister may be younger, but we talk all the time. It's nice to have someone you can always rely on who knows exactly what you're going through. I wouldn't change a thing. My grandma and my sister got me through some pretty tough times. They must be pretty proud that you got accepted here. You bet, my grandma has always had these grand ideas for my life, you know. She wants me to become a tide specialist like my grandpa. Like, ocean tides? He nods. My grandpa was a real hero. Once he saved a whole coastal village from extinction. Jesus. I don't want to disappoint my grandma, but I don't think I'll ever be a good enough attune to do something like that. Hey, you don't put yourself down. Yeah, of course you will. If that's something you really want to do, I have no doubt in my mind that you'll get there. Yeah, I guess you're right. For now, I'm just glad to be here, figuring it all out. You look up and realize that the greenhouse is right in front of you. Looks like your time is up. I only wish I had more time to ask you some things. You seem like you've got a lot of good secrets. Well, that's me. I'm an enigma. In more ways than one. Trust me, you can handle all of my secrets. Maybe there's a reason there are things I'm not telling. Everyone's got stuff they feel like they can't share. But all that matters to me is that you know you can come to me if you want to. You bite the inside of your cheek, hesitating. Jeff, if I tell you something, you can't tell anyone, alright? Yeah, of course. You're kind of worrying me a little, Sam. You take a deep breath and tell him everything. And then suddenly I'm here and I'm absolutely losing it because I can't do magic, and then guess what? Turns out I can. Whoa, but how did you get here? Someone has to know there's been a mistake or something, right? That's exactly what I've been asking. I'm starting to think it wasn't a mistake after all, that somebody wanted me here. Well, after all, I am on the register, I did have a dorm, and I am on the exam. So, it'd be pretty weird if it was a mistake that I'm actually enrolled here as an actual student. That's super spooky. I can't believe all of that happened in the last 24 hours. Talking about this is such a relief. Shreya was way too casual when I told her about this. I was freaking out yesterday. Rightly so, even in the magical world, that's a pretty weird origin story. But don't worry, I'll help you figure this out. Thanks, I'm gonna need all the help I can get, but you won't tell anyone, right? Cross my heart and really, really hope not to die because I'm too young, gorgeous, and witty. Not to mention humble. He laughs and rubs his hands together. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go get told that I'm a water rat. A short while later, the greenhouse door opens and Zeph steps out with a grin. Well, surprise, surprise, I passed with flying colours, by which I mean I'm a water rat. You're up. Thanks. Your stomach tightens and squirms as butterflies settle there. You take a deep breath and step through the door. The inside of the greenhouse is warm and humid. Every corner of the room not taken up by work tables is filled with plants you've never seen before. Whoa, we have classes here? You most certainly will. Ah, hello. You jump a little and whirl around on your heel. Oh, there's a massive Venus flytrap there. You spot Professor Conto seated behind a desk on the other side of the room. Please sit. Don't worry, this test will come as naturally to you as magic itself. Yeah, naturally. Oh dear. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. You take a seat across from him and Professor Contos leans in a little closer. He tilts his head and peers intensely at you, his eyes narrowing. Well, your presence is certainly strong. The strongest I've felt in quite a long time. Quite a long while, sorry. Okay. I'm not sure whether that's a good or a bad thing. Yes, your potential must be fairly high. Professor Contos claps his hands together, making you jump. God, Everfire is really jumpy. Try to relax, man. Now, just relax. Yeah, trust me, I'm doing my best. He bleats out a laugh, a little goat-like vibrato slithering in. You smile too, relaxing just a bit. Pardon me, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Close your eyes and answer as honestly as you can. You let your eyes drift closed, then you try to focus on Professor Contos' deep baritone voice, willing yourself to relax as he begins. You're working in a group. You take the lead, handle the research, fill in the gaps, or keep things fun. I think, probably in the past I probably would have, tried to take the lead, but I'm not one for a large amount of responsibility in something like that. Probably... handle the research, probably. What do you value most? Knowledge, balance, passion, or loyalty? Probably loyalty. Loyal friends who don't let you down, they're very hard to come by and very valuable. Choose a potion. Sea green and foaming, mercurial, shiny and silver, translucent and radiant like a rainbow. I like the silvery one, like metal. If you could live anywhere, where would you live? In the cavernous mountains with the giants, in the coral city with the merfolk, deep in the forest with the nymphs, out in the desert among the djinn, or in the city with the vampires. Now, that's actually a point, because that actually, for those of you who don't know, I believe that's actually a reference to Bloodbound, which is another Choices book, and most of the vampires live in cities. So that would imply that Bloodbound and the Elementalists actually take place in the same universe, which is unusual. Because I think there's definitely some things that don't really match up between them, but I don't know. I wish there was an option for the dragons. I mean, I kind of like life in the city. So I come from the countryside, and cities are cool environments for me. So, but the Coral City with the merfolk, that's a pretty awesome option. Then again, with the forest, it depends what type of forest. I think I might, I'll probably go forest. You're at a crossroads, your bank of fog lies ahead. Which way do you go? Straight ahead into the fog, back the way I came. Turn the left or right, or trying to find a way around. Ask my friends for advice. Probably, knowing me, straight into the fog, because fog is cool. I just have to be careful. What is your favourite magical creature? Dragon. Absolutely. Easily. Every single time. Dragon. As silence fills the room, you slowly open your eyes. The room is filled with a bright white light that is slowly starting to dim as you get air as you get your bearings. God damn it. Professor Contos rests his chin on steepled fingers and stares off past your head thoughtfully. This is quite interesting. Very interesting indeed. But if that's the case... sir? Oh yes, I just need a moment to... He stands abruptly and turns to dig through the shelves behind him. He flips through books, rummages through drawers, sniffs a potion. That's got a very weird image in my head. He's just like, he's flipping through books and then he's rummaging through the drawers. And then he just grabs a potion and he's like... That's so weird. Aha! Is something wrong? No, certainly not. Just a bit unusual. Give me a second to check. He finds a squat golden book at the back of his shelves and slams it open, running his finger along the page. When he whirls back around, his eyes are gleaming and he has a wide grin. I have a suspicion about you, Sam, but I'll need one last test to be sure. Is that alright? I guess so. Professor Contos reaches into a desk drawer and pulls out a short metallic cylinder. He puts it into your hand. Stand, please. Sure. You get to your feet awkwardly. The cylinder is surprisingly warm and seems to almost vibrate in your hand. Now, when you're ready, take a deep breath and clench your fist with as much force as you can muster. He steeples his fingers again as he peers across the desk. You close your eyes and squeeze, muscles straining. Your eyes snap open as the metal cylinder begins to groan and twist in your hand. Whoa! Whoa! The metal begins to break down, melting across your hand and spreading up your arm, racing towards your chest. Professor? Just relax. It's easier said than done when I've got metal crawling up me. You try to take even breaths as the metal encases you. To your surprise, it feels comfortable, like wearing a perfectly fitted suit. Well, I kind of am already doing that. I wonder why I'm feeling like I'm wearing a suit. Probably because I am. As expected. After a moment or two, the effect begins to fade, the metal stripping itself from your skin until it reshapes into a metal cylinder once more. Perfect. Marvelous, actually. Absolutely astounding. You sit back down, suddenly drained, your mind reeling from what just happened. What was all that about? It's just... well, you have no idea, do you? No idea about what? Please, sir, you're starting to freak me out a bit. Professor Contos falls back into his chair and looks at you with wonder in his eyes. You, my dear boy, are sun-attuned. And that's... good? His bleating laugh emerges again. Yes, very good, and that's not all. You are also attuned to metal. That's really interesting, because every single time I've played the Elementalists, well, actually, he's going to explain it in a second. It's truly astounding. Your potential is so high that it was difficult to get a clear reading. What do you mean by my potential? He gestures to a poster on the wall behind him, a diagram of teacups of various sizes. Imagine that inside of you is a teacup, and imagine that that tea inside is magic. Some have a small teacup, less capacity is the official term, while those with a larger capacity have a bigger cup like this one here. He gestures to another cup on the graph, this one more like a coffee mug than a teacup. Some choices will affect your relationship with the teachers and staff. Impress your teachers to gain a reputation as a great... choices. Okay, that was really weird. I have no idea what just happened. Impress your teachers to gain a reputation as a great student and unlock exclusive moments later in the story. So what you're saying is I have a pretty big teacup. Something like that. By my estimation, your teacup looks something closer to this. He walks to the sink and back, slamming down an ale tankard on the desk that looks like it might have been made for a small giant. We're that good, eh? So, I have a ton of potential and 2 attunements. What is that? What does this mean? It means, Mr. Everfire, that you might be one of the most powerful attuned persons to ever grace these halls. Well, it ain't easy being this awesome. Oh, and that's the end. Well, that was a bit of a sudden ending. Well, everyone, that was the Elementalist Chapter 2. But basically, I assumed that he was actually going to explain it. I believe that might be in the next chapter. But basically, every single time I played this game, I've been attuned to... You're always attuned to sun. But I've not been attuned to metal before. It's always been wood. So this is a new one for me. So we'll be seeing some stuff in this playthrough that even I haven't seen before, because we're attuned to an element that I've never been attuned to before. So that's pretty interesting. So everyone, thanks a lot for watching. I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. And subscribe if you feel so inclined, and, you know, check out my other stuff as well. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I will see you on another video very, very soon. Goodbye, everyone.